of this big party taking place as we speak right now in Kigali. So how did we arrive at this situation in which Africa's largest economy, the most populated, the biggest market, is not there in Kigali? Officially speaking, with the president standing on the front row. Let's get this conversation up and running. We'll cross over to our Abuja studios right now, where Mr. Adesokunbo Kayode is joining us. He's the president of the Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and he's also served at some capacities in various administrations. So he knows what goes on within the government, and now he's on the outside. He also knows what goes on the outside as well. So he's going to look in and out into this for us. Good morning. It's good to have you on the program. Mr. Adesokunbo Kayode, we appreciate your time. Let's get this conversation started. Good morning. Yes, thank you. Very quickly, how does this agreement hit you, looking at the years in which we've been making preparations to be part of it? But my question is that it's been 6 years we've been preparing for this. We were part of the preparations of this Continental Free Trade Agreement. Now we backed out at the last minute. Walk us through what are your thoughts are at this point in time.
Thank you very much. I think that we will get back to that agreement. There are too many advantages, too many opportunities embedded in the CFTA that Nigeria cannot afford to be left out. The reasons given by some stakeholders for encouraging government to withdraw at the last minute are reasons which we've always given for involvement in larger, whether global, continental, or other regional blocks. Our poverty in infrastructure, our lack of competitiveness in manufacturing, the need to protect our industries. But this exactly is the reason for the CFTA. We can enhance, develop, improve on our manufacturing, on our infrastructure, on power, if we open up more opportunities for direct investment, foreign investment, from competitiveness, for opportunities for our industries, our products to be marketed without any discrimination in all over the continent. We stand to gain a lot. And I believe that we will end up getting back to this. It's just maybe it's the Nigerian way of just taking the wrong turn at the right time. And it's, if not that it is so sad and is so depressing, what will have laughed at this? But I believe that Nigeria cannot, as a giant of Africa, as a leading economy in Africa, cannot afford to be left behind. We cannot do this to ourselves. So whatever consultations government want, whatever consultations all the other interest groups want, should be done as quickly as possible, and we should find our way back to this CFTA. We cannot afford to lead from behind. And let all of us understand this. Africa will not wait for Nigeria. Well, while the world turns, Nigeria cannot wait. We must move with it.
So
my thinking is that this is just a temporary setback. We must get back to the CFTA.
Mr. Kayode Adesokunbo, this is very important. If you say it's not a matter for comedy, well, you speak in my mind, because I personally, and I should bring my personal person into this, and I feel disappointed that Nigeria, with how significant we've been and we've played since independence in the affairs of the entire continental Africa, and we've had 6 years under 2 administrations to cross the T's and dot the I's, And at the last minute, we had a Federal Executive Council or meeting that approved the president to go, and he signed off on it. Travel plans were made. And within 3 days of the same thing, we reversed ourselves as a Federal Republic of Nigeria at the highest level of decision-making of the country. How does that sound to you?
Well, as I said, if know that this is a very serious matter that affects not only, I don't really care much about image, but about the well-being of our people, our economy. Look, last week I was in Gambia, and the president of the Gambian Chamber of Commerce told me he imports sugar from Brazil. It's more expensive. He would rather buy sugar from Lagos, from Dangote. But his problem is the challenge of, because Dangote sugar is cheaper for him, and they can get it to Banjul in 2 days by road. But they have to, if he has to ship it by sea, he has to go to Europe first, so it takes time. So he's looking at the possibility of, in the interim, moving it by road. So we are leading the economy of West Africa. We are a key factor in the economy of Africa. How can Nigeria go forward and backwards within a space of 2 days? When I left Nigeria, the federal government has just approved the CFTA. I even issued a statement to appreciate them and to let them know the advantages of this. We can tidy up the little issues of consultation, labor, and so on. But then I got to Banjul, and the thing has been reversed. I mean, how do you expect our embassies abroad to explain this to people? How do you expect our leaders of our economy to explain this to people? Policies from assault, we can't afford this. It's so worrisome. But as I said, I believe that we will come back to the right track. And I think that government very quickly must get their act together and flow with this. We will provide leadership. We will gain a lot. It is to our advantage. But another thing,
Mr. Adesokunbo Kayode,
I'm coming. I don't want to make. Yeah.
Yes, we need to take a break very quickly. We have more time with you on the program to discuss. Just hold your thought there very quickly from our Abuja studios. We'll be right back into everyone. You're watching Business Morning here on Channels Television.